Hello guys and welcome to Python Academy. Today in this session let's talk about data structure. What are data structure and why they are so important in programming language. Data structure is the way to store and organize data so that it can be accessed efficiently. Data structure is basic and important concept of any programming language. It allows us to store data in such a way that can be retrieved very quickly and efficiently. In Python programming language, we have 5 main data structure, that is list, string, tuple, set and dictionary. So let's first we talk about list. A list is a data structure that holds an ordered collection of items, that is, you can store a sequence of items in a list. Whenever we say ordered collection or sequence, that means a list can have 0 or more items in order to be maintained. The list of items should be enclosed in square brackets so that Python understands that you are specifying a list. So the list is a sequence of items should be enclosed in the square bracket and separated by comma. Once you have created a list, you can add, remove or search for items in the list. Means you can manipulate the items inside the list. Since we can add, remove items, we say that list is a mutable data type, that is, this type can be altered. So in Python programming language, basically data types are divided into two categories, mutable and immutable. So mutable means you can add, delete, remove items, and immutable means once you created, you cannot change the elements of that particular data type. List falls in the first category. Using list. A list is represented with square brackets and is created by providing values separated by comma. So now we are having 4 lists. So first list is X having 3 elements enclosed in the square bracket and each and every element separated by comma itself. Then second list, you can see we have each and every element is a float point number or the decimal point number. Then third list, that is Z, you can see each and every element is a string. So whenever we include something in the quotes, so it is treated as a string. String is another data type in Python programming language. But in the fourth list, you can see the data types, the elements are in the combination of any data types. So list can have integer, list can have float point number, it can have boolean, it can have string. So list can have any kind of data type enclosed in square brackets separated by comma. Then list allows duplicate values. So you can see 10 and 10 is repeated. So list can allow duplicate values. Then how to create an empty list. So there are two ways to create an empty list. Just assign empty square bracket to a variable and it will be an empty list. Then second way is to use class constructor. So list is a class constructor. So list, then empty parenthesis. So B becomes a list having no element. Then third is a list. So we have already seen that you can create a list, just assign some values enclosed in a square bracket separated by a comma and it will be a list. Then elements in the list can be updated since list is a mutable. So list is an ordered sequence of collection. So ordered sequence means we have to maintain the order. To fetch and each and every element we have to use indexing and it will be always start with index value 0. So at 0th position we have 10, at index position 1 we have 25, at index position 2 we have 10 and so on. To fetch a single or a particular item we have to use an index position. Then how to write? So just write the name of the list. Then in the square bracket mention the index position. Here we are having 1. So at index position you can see 25 is there. At index position 0 we have 10. Then 1 25. So output becomes 25. Then updation is very easy. Just assign some new value to the particular index position and it will be updated. So now at index position 1 we have 5. So output is 5. Then when we print X, so your list is changed. So now we have 5 instead of 25. So updation is very easy in list. Then list class method. So in Python, everything is in the form of object oriented programming. So whenever we create a single variable of kind list, so that is nothing but the object of class list. So since list is a class, it has many methods attached with it. We can check all the methods using following help function. So help is an inbuilt function. Using help function you can check the documentation provided for any variable. So here we are passing list. So you can see we have documentation just below. Then operator overloaded and length function. So since list is a class, we can have multiple methods. So we will see one method, that is operator overloaded. Operator overloaded means the behavior of a particular operator in many forms. So here we have list 1 and list 2. So list 1 having some values, list 2 having some different values. Then plus is the operator we are using. So now here plus is a overloaded operation. So whenever we use a plus, so we can add to integer, we can add to float point number. Similarly, we can add the elements of list 1 plus list 2. So here L1 plus L2 means it will take the element of L1, then it will take the element of L2 and it will form a new list. You can assign that list to some variable. Here we are assigning L3. So when we print L3, so you can see we have the elements of L1 and elements from L2. Then multiplication is also an overloaded operation. So 3 into L1 means it will repeat the elements of L1 3 number of time. So here L1 you can see we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So it got repeated 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will repeat the element. It is not the multiplication to each and every element inside the list. It will repeat your element that number of times specified here. So here 3 is there. So it will repeat your number of elements. Then we have one inbuilt function, that is len. So len is used to find how many elements are present inside the list. Here we are passing L1. So L1 you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 elements, so output will be 4. So this is all about the list. There are some more method in list to learn, and there are different data types are available in Python programming language. To learn more about this, please join our academy. Thank you.